Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You know who I am, ETTemplar, Supreme Misfit Professional Dipshit, and we got a new gameplay series that we're doing, and it is ETTemplar's level quest. So I discovered that there's no level cap for Starfield. So the goal is to get to level 340, because I think the highest is at 337. Someone's at 337 or 370. So these might be a bi-weekly thing, and I might just upload one of these every 10 or so levels. We'll see how this one does in the metrics. But yeah, we're using this grenade launcher, the negotiator. We're gonna juggle these fucking bugs because we can, and why not? Extreme. And the field goal is good. He's out of here. I just these killer sunflower things scare the shit out of me. They remind me of the arachnids from Starship Troopers. And of course they're sneaky. They can show up right behind you. Plus we needed explosive kills for our demolitions perk. There are grenades. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can't get to at least level 380, 400 or something like that. And I figured it would just be cool, fun, dumb series, and I could narrate over it. So the narration's done post in editing. So this way, it's easier to narrate versus narrate and play. And this way I can talk about various topics and things. And I can pause recordings and mention specific topics. Of course, I forgot to check the footprints, so we're gonna go quite a ways through this canyon. And so this is one of the Ranger quest lines. So my favorite faction is the Restart Collective. I think I mentioned this before because they're kind of like Space Texas. Now, they kind of have an unregulated libertarian viewpoint on things versus the kind of tyrannical United Colonies, where they have regulations, corporate, heavily corporate controlled. Well, oh god. That still got me, even though I knew it was coming. And air juggle this. Can we hit him in midair? I don't think we do. Let's see. Fuck these things, man. I hate them so much. And that's one thing I will say about Starfield is that the different gravities on different worlds. It's you can do all kinds of fun, dumb stuff like that with this game. Some worlds have more gravity, some less, and it's just cool how it affects the gameplay from time to time. Which I've done this quest line quite a bit, so that's why I advanced like halfway through this canyon before I realized, oh, I need to go back. That spawning sunflower just fucking got yeeted off screen. Ah, yes, the power of the grenade launcher that I burned through all my money. Or, not money, but ammo, rather. Which is kind of cool. There's some ammunition types that you can't manufacture or buy. Some of these you kind of have to just be lucky enough to come across. So I kind of unnecessarily burnt through all my 40 millimeter Mike ammo. But of course, this is where I realized, oh shit, the quest doesn't advance unless you look at the fucking footprints. But yeah, I'm still enjoying this game. A year later, and over 1,000 hours of game time into it. I don't know why. It's just it's a game I'm enjoying and still enjoy. For whatever reason, a lot of people still don't like this game very much, and I get that. And maybe the mod support isn't as good, and that's a total valid point. to not playing this game, and I understand that. So I think Shattered Space comes out the 30th of September, which I'm looking forward to. I think I bought the special edition, so I should get it for free. I hope. But if not, there's a link in the description down below if you want to help pay for Shattered Space, if it doesn't turn out. But I don't know what to expect. I know that. The thing I do know is that I have high expectations for it, and from what they've seen, they've been pretty tight-lipped on what is in the Shattered Space DLC. So I guess we'll find out, and that's kind of cool. They're keeping us in the dark about that. But first, it starts off when there's like an abandoned space station. Then from there, but you're actually going to be going into Varun space, or the Varun homeworld, which is going to be cool. But I'm still hoping for more space-related combat. I'm still want another Serpent's Crusade from Varun. I still think that'd be a cool quest line, and maybe that'll be in future DLC. But that'd be totally killer and badass. So of course we're gonna see if we can't get this little buggy to drive through this canyon, because I figured why not, right? And I think it's just right size. So of course this was added not too long ago, this little Rev like buggy thing. Of course, as you see, it has like boost pack, it has little retro thrusters on the bottom to get over and to get unstuck from stuff. And it even has a little turret on top, which will showcase some of that. But you can even use that turret to unstick your dune buggy, because I got it stuck in some rocks earlier, and I was able to use the little turret on top to launch myself. But yeah, so it's pretty fun little thing they added, and it's one thing a lot of people were asking for. They're asking for a little wheeled vehicle. And of course, God bless those nerds and the modders. They've already modded a little UFO you can get. They even have the Star Wars speeder from Star Wars Episode 6, New Hope. So they even have speeders there, and they've, it's just amazing how quickly the modding community can get on it and just add stuff to a game. Of course, we're not going to be showcasing that on this one. Of course, it's a little tricky to drive. It's kind of like the old school Warthogs from Halo, how it handles. But yeah, this gameplay is just going to be vanilla. We're not going to do any mods or anything like that. Because I think, yeah, we could add a whole bunch of like weapons and stuff. I don't know. I just feel like if this is going to be a level quest to where we try and get the highest level, be the highest level player in Starfield, or character in Starfield, I don't know. I just think that has to be the ground rules, because if you're using mods, like I've already seen one with this console to where you can add ammo and like 5,000 of each resource. So mods are kind of cheating too. So this is just going to be vanilla challenge. Of course, who comes up with these octomaggot? Look at this thing. This is fucking disgusting. And this is some of the tamer Xeno life forms in this game. That's the crazy thing. They have some wild. They even have ones that are invisible that you can only see when your scanner's on, and that's absolutely terrifying. I think in a later level playthrough, I'll show you. There's these other Xeno life forms, these alien life forms, that are disguised as rocks, and they pop out of the ground, and that's just as terrifying. So I think I've said it before, and I'll say it again too. Whoever designed some of these alien life forms, it's fantastic. Because some of them are like abhorrently ugly. They got ones that fly. They even have some water life forms. They even have like alien sharks that look pretty cool on neon. Although I kind of wish they had more. Oh yeah. I still kind of wish they had more like water related exploration, like maybe a little submersible, but maybe that's what they didn't have originally in mind. But it's something that'd be cool if they added. And I don't think that would be a possibility, because that would, I think that would require a lot more resources. And I think that'd be too much detail. Then they would have to add, you know, water terrain and stuff like that. So I don't think that would ever be a thing. But I'm definitely excited for the Shattered Space, even though my expectations are probably too high. We're just gonna drop mines on these guys. It's just a trick you can do with your jump pack. You just dropping bombs on them. Of course, one thing that's pretty cool about even Skyrim is that the enemies kind of scale to level. Like normally this guy's not level 50. So that's one thing that's cool is that the enemies, quests, level kind of match your skill level. As well as same thing with the rewards for quests.
Damn, that was a lot rougher than I expected. Let's talk.
Will Cox just walking on flames like it's nothing. Like a fucking Terminator over here.
Not usually. Really? Maybe the less I know about that. Let's search the area. Likewise.
Of course, this is a quest where you discover that the first cavalry is behind this kind of displacement and them taking over farms. I won't spoil anything if people want to keep that spoil free, but the Ranger quest line is probably one of the best in the game. That's just my opinion.
Find anything interesting?
That and the Vanguard quest line's pretty cool too.
Let's see what we have here.
So Vanguard Ranger quest line probably has to be my favorite.
Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of a shipjacker. Well, I guess someone
Shipjacker.
Really bad. Speaking of which, let's get back there and let.
We can see if we can get this. Of course, you see here, there's a. You will see a glitch with Will Cox in a minute, and I'll point it out. You'll. We'll see it any minute now. Well, she'll just spawn. Yep, there. And then she falls off the cliff. Bye, Will Cox. See, this is just the kind of, you know, stupid, dumb fun with this game. And then she fell off the cliff twice.
Did something catch your eye?
So we'll have to see if they add any more like rover vehicles, because to get the rover vehicle you have to buy it from the ship's technician. So that leads me to believe that there'll be different rover or different land vehicles. Like it'd be cool if they had like a big wheeled motorcycle or a quad. So I think they can definitely do more with it. Maybe even like a tracked vehicle. That'd be cool. So Bethesda, if you're listening, more varied ground vehicles. You have quad, motorcycle, tracked vehicle. Players still want, a lot of people still wanted like a little land speeder that you could zoom around on.
Okay, let your
find those men. On the one hand, I'm sorry it had to go that way. On the other, they had it coming. So who were they? And why do they want my farm? They say the Rangers always get their man, so to speak. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Of course, the Freestar Rangers are loosely based, of course, on the Texas Rangers. They even have a quest that is called One Riot, One Ranger, which is a direct callback to one of the founders of the Rangers.
I'm grateful.
And there were some badass guys in Texas history.
So it won't take long to get someone out here.
Of course, people complain about their style of justice, but, you know, during their creation, when they were dealing with, like, Mexican bandits and stuff, it was a really dog eat dog, rat eat rat world. They couldn't exactly, you know, that was the old school frontier justice, you know, the true justice. And that's just the way how they did things back then. Sometimes they bent and broke the rules, but for that era, that was, you know, I mean, it's just how things were. Back then, rights were kind of more of a suggestion than an actual thing. But then again, you know, problems were solved. Justice was brought, even as kind of underhanded and hard-handed as it was. Of course, our ship is just fugly, but it works. It's more like an armed, like, freighter. Because I need a lot of cargo space, because I hoard every single mineral, parts. It's like a flying hoarding ship. Space hoarder. So we're going to go after this knucklehead, and I think we'll get to level 64. So the series might be buy or try weekly. It'll depend, but I'm playing this game a lot, and I'll keep the leveling, and I'll spend to the skill we get here later in the next video. But I don't think it's going to matter much, because, you know, if we get high enough level, we're going to max out all the skills anyway. And it's not like we're role-playing a specific character. Now we see that this buggy has a little laser turret. It's kind of shit, but... So that's why I'm hoping Bethesda adds more vehicles with more weaponry, or maybe they'll even have it to where you can make your own. That'd be cool, like the shipbuilder. Look at this guy trying to hit us with a sword. Of course, one of the things I do waste a lot of credits on is aid. Like, there's meta packs, trauma packs, and then emergency packs, which they'll heal different ways. Yeah, this part I was trying to graph blast this dude off this tower for comedic effect, but it didn't exactly work. But yeah, this game, it's a blast. I still like it a year after it's been out. And, you know, I've got over 1,000 hours put into it. Which is kind of embarrassing to admit, because a lot of people, you know, they actually have lives. It's me, not so much. And we just shot that guy in the ass. So I think getting in the hundreds of levels is definitely possible, because I'm playing this game quite a bit. So, and then I'll try and, you know, change up the narration. I'll try and actually have other topics where I'm not just rambling, rambling for 20 minutes. And then I'll talk about, you know, lore specific Starfield stuff eventually too. And I'll write up some, because there's all kinds of different topics that we could cover about space travel and stuff. Now, again, I'm no fucking scientist. I don't pretend to be highly intelligent, but, you know, I got some ideas and interesting topics that would have to do with the lore and world building of Starfield. So, pardon the dead air. Sometimes I have to come up with topics.
More than enough time in my life in caves. But if there is something to be gained in this one, we should investigate.
Of course, we need to get our phase time back to a higher level. Right now we have like the small level 1. If we get to like level 6 or 7, you get like 1 to 2 minutes, and there we go. There's our level. 1 to 2 minutes of phase time, where time slows down. You can just wreck an entire room or cave system before it dies out. So phase time is definitely one of the best powers in game, and definitely one of the cooler ones, where it kind of goes into bullet time. Let's see, where's this guy at that we need to kill? Need to harvest a scalp. Speaking of random history, that's the one thing that's disturbing, is that, you know, in the Old West days, like the Indian fighter and like cowboy days, and even before that, you're still alive after you're scalped. I mean, normally you die from the, you know, blood loss and shock, but yeah, you're still alive after someone scalps you. Isn't that fucking nightmarish? Rain some grenades on these dudes. Yeah. So I'm still not sure how I'm gonna do this series. It'll be its own playlist, that's for sure. But there will probably be a buy or try weekly upload. They'll be scheduled, so I can just bang out like 3 or 4 of these for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then that way I could, you know, still have time for other content and other stuff, and if I gotta do stuff, you know, in real life, or, you know, job eventually, or maybe I'll actually fucking get a life, like a girlfriend or something. Doubt it, but just in case I actually get a fucking life. So if you get the jetpack to level 4, it does slow down time when you're hovering by 75%, so that's pretty cool. So if you want to have some like bullet time stuff without the starborn abilities, you can through the jetpack like skills. You can also do damage. You can like set them on fire and knock them down if you jetpack near enemies. So that's it's another handy early beginning skill to max out. And I would some random advice: if you can, go melee, like melee weapons, or like bare hands. Because that way you can save a lot of ammo. Especially with some of the other weapons, like the grenade launcher ammo and 45 ACP. Those are both groups of ammunitions that are pretty rare and that you have to come across. Yeah, you can. I think you can buy the 45 ACP at some vendors, and maybe some 40mm ammo. But they're two very. They're more rare ammo types. Sometimes vendors don't have them, more times than not. But occasionally you might find a vendor that sells some of them. But most of those you're gonna find in crates, boxes, and other containers. Ammo, sometimes the enemies have them in their inventory. Oh, look at this nasty freaking heat leash. Disgusting. I still want a robot builder. I think there was an expansion for Fallout. Was it Fallout 3 or 4? But I think it'd be cool if they had a way to customize the robot companion, or to buy a robot companion that you then customize. Mainly, I think it'd be badass too to have an android companion that you can construct or build. Like, you see, that'd be cool. They could have like an experimental AI program robot that you find somewhere. So I mean, there could be a quest line for that. And then you either choose to destroy the android, the sentient like AI android. You can choose to destroy it or keep it as a companion. See, that's where Bethesda really needs to converse with the fans of the game. Like, that's a cool quest line, right? I mean, to me personally, I think that'd be a cool idea. But we'll end this video here. We'll get our screenshot for the thumbnail. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, found it interesting, found it fun as I babbled and rambled over our level quest gameplay, the first one. There's more on the way, so hopefully this gets decent views and watch time. And anyways, special thank you for watching, commenting, and or subscribing. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy. God bless. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And I'll see you next time.